All right, let's talk about something I know so many of us are trying to figure out. How do you take all that effort you're putting into Instagram and actually turn your followers into real paying clients? Let's get into it. So, I want you to take a second and be really honest with yourself. Is your Instagram profile just kind of sitting there, like a digital business card that you hope someone stumbles upon? Or is it working for you, actively pulling in the right people like a magnet? Because there is a massive difference. And today, we're going to flip that switch. And look, this isn't just guesswork. We've cracked open an amazing article by Liam Austin that's absolutely loaded with proven strategies. We've done the heavy lifting and boiled it all down into a super simple 3-part framework that's going to help you build a client-generating machine. Okay, first things first. Before you can do anything else, you have to get people to stop scrolling. You know what I mean. That brings us to our very first pillar, creating content that is genuinely captivating. Just look at the power of a few words right here. Using business coach James Wedmore as an example, you can see the huge difference. Business advice. I mean, that's okay, but it's pretty generic, right? You'd probably scroll right past it. But stop making this mistake. Whoa. Suddenly, you're curious, you're intrigued, you feel like you have to click to see what you might be doing wrong. So here's the bottom line. Your thumbnail, your headline, that's the front door to your content. It's like the cover of a book. It doesn't matter how brilliant the stuff inside is if nobody ever opens it. Spending just a few extra minutes to craft a title that really hooks someone in, that's key. And you know the perfect way to deliver these hooks? Instagram Reels. And hey, these don't have to be some crazy high-production videos. Look at Migraine Strong. They just share useful facts and answer questions, and that builds incredible trust. A super easy way to do this is to just repurpose content you already have. Got a podcast? Pull out a 30-second clip. Wrote a blog post? Turn one tip into a quick reel. It's all about working smarter, not harder. Okay, so great content gets their attention. Awesome. But attention alone doesn't create clients. Trust does. So let's move on to our second pillar, which is all about building a brand that people really connect with on a human level. And a huge part of that starts with how your profile looks. Let's take a look at a pro, Instagram expert Sue B. Zimmerman. Her profile is a masterclass in consistency. She sticks to a simple color palette, uses the same couple of fonts, and the result? Her style is instantly recognizable. You don't need to be a graphic designer, but having that consistency makes you look professional and helps you stand out in a super crowded feed. And that's really the whole goal here, isn't it? Instant recognition. You want someone to be mindlessly scrolling, see your post, and their brain just goes, "Oh, I know them," before they even read your name. That's how you build a powerful brand over time. But connection goes deeper than just visuals. It comes from being real. Think about someone like Tony Robbins. Part of what makes him so powerful is his story of overcoming a really tough childhood. Now, you don't need some dramatic story, but sharing the why behind what you do, your personal origin story, that creates a human connection that a list of your services just can't.
And that's really where the magic happens. When you show your humanity, you stop being just another expert in their feed and become a real person. This makes people feel warmer towards you, it helps them relate to you, and that is a giant leap towards building the trust you need for them to invest in you.
And that leads right into personality. I love this example of Oriana, the host of the Edgy Entrepreneur podcast. She doesn't try to be some generic, stuffy business coach. She's funny, she's conversational, she lets her personality shine. And yeah, that might not be for everyone, but that's the point. It acts like a magnet for the right clients, the ones who get her vibe.
So please don't pretend to be a professional robot. Your unique vibe is like a filter. When you let it out, you attract the exact people who will not only want to hire you, but will absolutely love working with you.
All right, this is where we bring it all home. We've captured their attention, we've built a real connection. Now what? We need that final critical piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about our third pillar, designing systems that actually convert that interest into action. And just so you know how powerful a good system can be, Liam Austin, the author of the article we're exploring, used Instagram to promote just one virtual event, and he generated, wait for it, 22,000 new leads. I mean, wow, that's not just luck, that's having a solid conversion strategy. So what does a system look like? Well, one of the most effective tools in your toolbox is something called a lead magnet. It's basically where you offer something super valuable for free in exchange for an email address. And relationship coach Rebecca Orr does this brilliantly. Look how beautifully simple this funnel is. Step 1, she gives away some genuinely helpful tips in a carousel post. Step 2, She has a super clear call to action at the end for her free self-esteem kit. And step 3, to get that awesome freebie, you join her email list. Just like that, a casual follower becomes a warm lead, and she can now build a relationship with them away from the noise of Instagram. So I want you to really think about this for a second. What valuable checklist or guide or short video could you create that your ideal client would be happy to trade their email address for? This little thing can be the bedrock of your whole conversion system.
And here are 2 more super simple systems you could set up like today.
Okay, let's pull all of these threads together. We've covered a ton of ground, so let's zoom out and look at the big picture, your final action plan. And here it is, your 3-pillar framework for turning followers into clients. It all starts with pillar 1, creating that captivating content that stops the scroll. Then you move to pillar 2, building a brand that connects on a human level, using great visuals and your own authentic story. And finally, you close the loop with pillar 3, using simple systems like lead magnets and testimonials to guide people from just being interested to actually taking action. Look, learning all this is great, but action is what gets results. So my last question for you is this. Out of everything we just talked about, what is the one single strategy you will commit to trying this week? Maybe it's just writing better thumbnails. Maybe it's finally sharing your story. Or maybe it's creating that first lead magnet. Just pick one. Because that is how you start turning followers into clients, starting today.